Chautauqua is a really special place to me. I grew up not very far away from Chautauqua, but we didn't take vacations when I was little. We just didn't. But every once in a while on a Sunday, we would go to Chautauqua, and I wanted to go on vacation. So when I had kids, I made the decision that they would go on vacation and we would go to Chautauqua. It's not a utopia, but it's as close, I think, as you can get to a utopia in this world, and it really, the values of it, I think, if the whole world lived into them, I think we'd have a better place. So it's a place that's near and dear to my heart. We would not have this really beautiful journal if it weren't for my really beautiful team of people that work on it. So my students are awesome and great. It is beautiful. This particular issue is beautiful because Tony Wells made this beautiful issue for us. The writing in it is beautiful because the readers really care about every submission that comes through, and we talk about them, and they make wise choices. So it's a privilege and an honor to work with them. And this year we have a new team member, Heather Wilson, who is joining our editorial staff, and she is going to bring new vision and new light to it. So I'm really looking forward to this next incarnation. Of the overlaps that came in this issue, and the local overlaps, came only because work came to us that was good and students proposed good projects. Chautauqua at its heart is an institution that values learning above everything else. And so the journal lives into that ideal, and so the students get to do some of the editorial work. So while we don't do book reviews, we do interview pieces, and that's how the interview came about with Lavon, a graduate, worked on that with her, and Erica Scalar, who's at Breadloaf right now in Italy, Breadloaf in Italy right now.
Both places at once?
Anyway, I asked if I could go in her suitcase, but apparently it was not really. We were talking about the idea for an art insert because we do like to include art in the journal, and budgets being what they are. We couldn't do a color art insert, and I had been to the Carolina Bake Block Party. Have y'all ever gone to that event?
Yes, with Mr. Billingsley.
That is fabulous. Yeah. And you watch this steamroller go over these enormous woodcuts. And I thought, those are great. We could do something with that. And he's here. And so a student took that on. And so there's images. His great woodcuts are in here. They're just spectacular. He's so talented. So all these, funny how those circles overlap when you don't really expect them to. And so we're very pleased. I'm so happy to have Daniel's poems and Ben's art in the same issue. And I'm sorry that they couldn't be here tonight, but I'm really happy to share his poems with you. And I just took my finger out of the place, so I have to read my finger.
39.
So good to have helpful support staff. And then we're going to hope that I really, sometimes when I'm reading papers and things these days, I have to, in addition to contacts, put on my reading glasses, but we'll try to focus. So Daniel has 2 poems in this issue. The first one's called Cycling to the Sea. Oh, I have other great team members here too, by the way. Veronica's back there. Who else? I love my team. Cycling to the Sea by Daniel Nathan Terry. Cycling to the sea, you realize most of it exists without you. The green loom of the sawgrass marsh, the warp and weft of the dark bayous, the oyster bed's gray schemes. Little of it needs you, not the harried, scuttling ghost crab, nor the egret embroidering its light onto the brackish water, while you, pedaling by, have just the time to pull this thread of memory. Much of it doesn't want you here. The heavy sky that drapes your back, the smothering tide of salt vapor, the needling flies, the motorist who nearly clips you as he flips you off and passes. The road, he spits, doesn't belong to you. And most of it, like so much else, does not. But here, beneath you, the tarmac reserves the black stitch of your narrow tires. And there, just ahead of you, your shadow. A blue web of spokes and limbs, spins out of your body and weaves into the immediate, which you know would be lost, would be less without you. Sorry, my glasses needed to be on for that last little word. Daniel has ridden so many miles on that bike. So many miles on that bike. And he's going to be on that bike. Make the land, Daniel Nathan Terry. The way an island rises from the sea, the wind rises from the earth. And so we abandoned our broken boats. And so all day we climb the mountain of the wind, bare feet scaling its transparent cliffs, thighs burning, trudging up boulders of the relentless invisible. With no other way home, what choice do we have? And Tina, back to you. Want to close her out?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you all, and I hope that you will buy an issue, read the issue. We are so